there anything for the good of the order at this time?
Well, I have some quarterly reports that came in regarding our lodging tax distribution. So I'm comparing April 2017 to April 2016. So a year ago, our total was $91,591, and this year it's $111,853. So we see tourism on the increase in unincorporated Lewis County.
And that is for the quarter, is that?
Yes, for ending in April.
Ending in April,
Yeah.
so very good. So along those lines, if anyone was in Packwood this weekend, which I think we were all in Packwood at at some point, wonderful events. It's just the amazing things that the small communities do in this county. I know that I spent 2 days up there, and it's a wonderful place to be. The weather cooperated, and it was the first parade, I believe, the first annual parade for Packwood. And again, there's a lot of exciting things. The airport's going to be officially opening it up soon, so we've got other events coming on. So please, when you have these nice weekends, there's no more of a beautiful drive than if you drive up to Packwood. Just you hit the Big Bottom Valley there and you see all that beautiful timber up there. So please, go spend your dollars up there and enjoy.
I was going to highlight, too, and when we look at our lodging tax dollars, Packwood last year was $25,000 at this time, and this year they're $27,464. So they're doing really well up there. Thank you, C.J. Neer, for all that you do up there.
Yeah, we had a great time. We also got a chance to go into the radio. That was kind of nice, getting back on the air to promote Discover Lewis County, and had a chance to talk, I think, to CJ. We also talked to Janice Gross, who runs the Historical Museum, and so we were able to do an awful lot of promotion for that area up there. And as Commissioner Stamper said, the weather did cooperate. Yesterday was an absolutely perfect day up in the mountains, and so just a beautiful time up there, a lot of great people, and I'm looking forward to seeing the fruits of the Packwood Mountain Festival. You know, usually in the first year when you just start off, there's a huge expectation level, and tendencies are that sometimes those don't get met the first year, but you get it established, and then year 2 it begins to pick up, year 3 it begins to pick up. So I'm looking forward to this festival becoming one of those that we really look forward to going to every year. So thank you so much for all your hard work, CJ.
And if someone were happened to be driving by the old the old elementary building up there, you would have saw a fire pit out in the middle of the yard, which I find a little bit odd, but it was there, and I don't think you're going to probably find that very often. And Bob Baker was out there, and Lee Gross was there, and so it was. And it started to rain a little bit, but it's all good. They had a fire, and so it was quite unique. So Forest Service was there, represented the museum. So please get a chance to go up there, and I know that we got many upcoming events there this summer. So thank you. Okay, the press conference now. Do we have any questions or anything we could? Thank you, Larry.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Martin, Public Works Director and County Engineer. I just wanted to report to you and to everyone that I got a call about 8 o'clock last night, and we had a main line break in Vader on our Vader water system. And so we had to shut water off for a few customers in Vader, but they were out there first thing this morning. We pulled in some guys from our road crews, and they are out there first thing this morning replacing that broken line, and hopefully should have that up and running early this afternoon, as long as they don't run into too many more problems. The break was on 9th Avenue near the corner of 9th and B. So, but we're on it, getting it fixed. I was down there this morning, and they'd already been removing the old pipe, and we're working on a spot for the new one. So,
Thank you.
Thank you. Questions? Comments?
I was going to comment that we had a really good meeting last week with our folks from the federal level, with Jamie Herrera Butler's representative, and Maria Cantwell and Patty Murray, and it was really good to be talking about our issues with those people in our meeting room. So,
And again, please, we encourage anyone to show up the first Friday of each month to attend. It's a very informative meeting, and you get to meet the go-betweens that will directly report to our federal and state level representatives. So
9 o'clock in this room, every
Yes.
first Friday.
we've outgrown, apparently, is that the case? We've outgrown?
We did, and the other piece
Okay.
of this is our monthly mayor's meeting, by the way, and the mayors from around the community meet with us on that Friday, and we spend, I'd say, a good couple of hours getting around the table and listening to the things that are going on in the different communities, and it really is nice to have representatives from Jamie Herrera Butler's office, also Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell, and they're filling us in on things that are going on with the budget at the national level. Found out there was some good information that was given to us, found out there will be money for infrastructure, which is very, very important to us here in Lewis County. So we're very excited about that, but it's a chance for us to connect with our mayors in the community and find out what's going on in their communities and how, as a commission, we can help them to get to where they need to get to. So we have a lot of fun, quite frankly, and somebody always brings donuts, so there's plenty of pastry to go around. But we have a great time, and we really would like to see more of the public involved in these meetings, because these are the things that affect you. These are the things that we do that affect the community at large, and you have every opportunity, hopefully, and quite frankly, every right to come and sit and to hear exactly what's going on in your local government. So we encourage you to come.
Yeah, one of the big things, especially up in the Randall area, is the Highway 23 up there out of Randall, which is a main tourist highway, which was wiped out last year by the floods. And I will tell you that Herrera Butler directly got herself involved with that within a week. She had contacted the Federal Highways Administration and secured funding for that. So that, depending on the weather right now, and again, we've got the salmon and the situation going on, and they can only do permitting at the permitting is in place, and I believe they're going to start, I want to say August, but we're not sure completely, so we'll get that information out. But that is, the mushroom pickers, the hunters, what else do they have up there? The berry pickers, and there is another access up there. It's called Johnson Creek Road, but the problem with that, Johnson Creek Road is not a good road anyway, so it has been receiving quite a bit of traffic, and I know that I am going to talk to the Forest Service and see if we could maybe do some improvements on that. And again, we're probably going to need Congresswoman Butler's support on that too, to secure some of those fundings. So she is working for us, and it's very, very vital in Lewis County. So thank her and all the representatives and the senators that support the county.
And also, we had Department of Transportation present, and Washington State Patrol gave us a report to share. So it's very nice to have all these people in one room once again to be talking about the various issues, and we can all, brainstorm together how we can make some changes. There was a presentation regarding lighting for cities that could save a lot of dollars regarding their PUD bills. And so I think some of the cities are going to be going forward on that, too.
Just to kind of dovetail with Commissioner Fund, one of the other things that we're very excited about is the Chamber Way project, which is scheduled to get started this summer. And the DOT has let us know that they will not completely close off that access, that it'll be one lane at times, but they intend to get started on that. And I think the project is scheduled to end by the spring of next year. Is that right? Spring of 2018. So the designs that they have shown us are pretty remarkable. We're pretty excited about that and very anxious to get that done. So it is on the horizon for us.
Along those lines too, is we have, some of you might know, that we have a few potholes in our county and in the cities. And I know that Eric Martin is working very hard, and I know they're waiting for good weather, and they're patching as many as possible right now. But also and again, the county cannot go into cities And I know that, Eric, and you might want to correct me on this, but I believe that was it the state that put in, the State Highways Fund put in $50 million, I want to say, for the state. Was it somewhere in those lines to actually apply for those grants so they can, so some of the cities that don't have the budgets to fill those
Yeah, I believe it was TIB that actually had a grant that they put out, which is state, yes.
Yeah.
What does TIB stand for?
Transportation Improvement Board. It's a state of Washington agency that gives funding opportunities to local agencies. The grant was for small cities, and I'm not exactly sure what the population level was, but they were relatively small. And it was just for pothole patching and chip sealing projects in small amounts, so those cities could get their streets fixed up a little bit. And I know there were several cities, and off the top of my head I'm not sure who they all are, but there were several cities within Lewis County that took advantage of that and will be getting some of that money and doing some repairs. On the county side, I just drove up from Vader, and I went by Central Shop and came up Jackson Highway today, and it looks like we've done quite a bit of patching out there. They are just patches, they're not permanent fixes, but we are diligently working on our own pothole problem here in the county that we've experienced after the winter that we've had. So we'll be continuing to work on that and looking for more permanent solutions as we go forward. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Any more questions?
Any more questions or comments?
Okay. Seeing no further business on our agenda, I move that we adjourn.
Second.
The motion is made and second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourn. Thank you.
For coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you again, Leon.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all four corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.